Bentley Wildfowl and Motor Museum is the home to the largest private collection of wildfowl, with more than 1,000 birds consisting of 135 different species, which is open to the general public to wander around and observe. It is also a large collection of antique and veteran cars, elegantly displayed under cover for the public to view, and once a year there is the Bentley Wood Show, which covers an area of 2 large fields and a wood. People often ask, what's it all about? Just that. If wood is involved, it'll be there. From beekeeping and their wooden hives to mushroom growing on rotting wood and a host of country crafts, which wood plays a part, from hedge laying to craft beers with their oak barrels. Enough of this sales talk. This year's visit is as a birthday present from one of my grandsons. The sun is shining, money in my pocket. Let's go and enjoy the day. Starting where all good stories start, at the beginning, through the main gates to the car park. This is the car park, and its size and number of vehicles gives one an idea of how popular this event is. The 3 main areas are named Ash, Beech and Cedar. Leaving the car park, we walk down the path to the old stables, which act as the payment kiosk and cafe, and enter the first zone, which is named Ash. The Ash zone contains a children's play area, the dog agility arena, Ragged Phoenix Morris dancers, and access to the miniature railway station, and then 25 stands. With 3 major events and 25 stands, you have to move quickly to stay 4 minutes looking at a stand to see what's on offer would take an hour, and there are 2 larger zones to view. An exhibitor of cast and wrought iron objects stood out for me and warranted a closer perusal.
All good fun.
At some stands, there was a lot of chit going on, but not much work. I have an interest in collecting old tools, and there were 3 stalls in this zone selling them. A few caught my eye, but I found the prices a bit steep, even after haggling, and therefore I gave them a miss. I now moved on to the next and larger zone, Zone Beech, of which there are 67 stalls, and of these 4 were kitchen stands, serving hot food, exuding gorgeous smells, and at the top of the main arena they were holding sheepdog trials. As a hobby, I collect old woodworking tools, and as the Tools and Trades History Society had a stall near where I entered the field, I ask you to be patient or fast forward while I indulge myself in studying the exhibits and making a record for future use. One of the planes I tried to barter earlier in the Ash zone, and it was just for fun, see how far I could go, was a Norris Plane, which is the Stradivarius of woodworking tools. It did actually go for £500. These guys had 2 of a much superior quality. I would have had great difficulty in justifying such a purchase at home. Moving on, I was feeling hungry, especially with wild boar burgers being served across the way, so I joined the queue for a burger, a hot Italian coffee and a homemade scone topped off with cream and strawberry jam. I had spent a lot of time looking at tools, having lunch and searching at various wood merchant stalls for some hardwood needed for a home project, and there was still another zone to investigate. My son, a graduate of Plumpton Agricultural College, wanted to visit their 3 stalls on site and anxious to make contact, and one stall was to recruit candidates for apprenticeships with local foresters, another for training on tractors and gaining trailer licenses, and a stall showing what courses are available at the college. Moving back to the start of Zone 3, I'm turning and looking left to show the start of the tree walk, a permanent feature at Bentley. I'm progressing around the cedar zone in an anti-clockwise direction, following the nature trail and ending up at the end of the tree walk. Showing this now will give an idea of its extent at the end of the walk. Walking on in an anti-clockwise direction, we came to a stand that caught my attention. Or should I say, I heard interesting instructions being given to a young boy about 10-year-old, and he was being taught how to saw a piece of wood. And this stall was the Brighton Community Workshop stand. The next stand was selling traditional green man faces, another subject to which I have an interest. I gave one I made to Robin Holland, the subscriber, when he visited, and he took back to the States and fixed on his garage door. Here we have a company that make bio-friendly telephones that you talk down to your maker when you've had too much to drink. Oh no, not again. Moving on, we meet a group of people of various backgrounds who feel content being close to nature and have a pleasure living among the trees. One group, called Natural Connection, are providing a promotional table space, an event shelter, small creative display units, an area to display of crafts, art demonstrations, and all arranged around a fire circle. In contrast, there's the Umbrella Group, who still enjoy home comforts but demonstrate their skills in home wool spinning.
Forest overnight, are you?
We're not, no.
No.
Our friends, some of our friends are.
Well, I think it
My
must
wife
be
and I've never done camping. We never will.
Finally, the end of the tree walk. Quite an experience for those that try it, and you don't have to wait for the next wood fair. I am running short of memory and battery on the camera. Therefore, it's into the bar with a coffee or two, and I wait for my grandson. And while waiting, enjoy the entertainment. Hope you enjoy the trip. Make some comments or even a thumbs up, whatever. But please take care. Bye.